Welcome back to Peacefulness, Sharlee. Today is day 2 of our 7-day reset to chill. So today we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. This is a morning energy practice. You don't necessarily have to practice this in the morning. That is totally up to you. And I invite you to bring some blocks to this practice. And let's dive right in and get started. I'll see you there. All right, we are here. We have arrived. We're going to start standing. We're going to find a moment here where we can roll up through the spine, drop those shoulders down and back, palms face forward at our sides. And this is our moment to dive in, to drop in, to take a couple breaths here, maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. To notice how we feel today. Maybe your breath deepens here. Maybe your mind is racing. Just notice. Take one more breath here. We're going to let this one out with a sigh. Really let something go. All right, then we'll bat the eyelashes open. And we're going to start at the back edge of our mat here. Feet hip width apart. Take a moment here. We'll inhale, bring the hands up high, really get a nice good morning stretch here. And exhale, we'll wiggle the fingertips as we bring it down, coming into a forward fold here. Taking a moment to maybe shake the head a little yes, and a little no. Maybe clasp the elbows here, rock a little side to side. And then whenever you feel satisfied here, we'll go ahead and release that. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, halfway lift, your version. Could be the shins, the thighs, or maybe you want to take airplane arms today. Just find a spot here where you can lengthen through the spine. And then we'll release. Inhale, we'll root to rise, bringing the hands all the way up. And exhale, we'll float them down. And as we come down here, we're going to take the feet out. And we're going to come into a little squat here. Notice how this feels. Finding soft, easy movement here. Opening up through the hips and the legs here. Finding your breath once again. Maybe let this one out with a sigh here. And whenever you're ready, we're going to walk the hands out. And we're going to come into a plank here. Taking a moment to find your balance, find your steady foundation. Take one more breath here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk. Really stretching it out. Finding any soft, easy movement that would feel nice. Maybe you might bend that right knee, look past your left arm here. And then you might bend that left knee, look past your right arm here. And whenever you're ready, we'll plant through that left foot here. We'll inhale, lift that right leg up high. Toes pointing down. And whenever you're ready, we'll bring that right knee up and in here. Hug those lower abs in here. Gaze straight down. Taking one breath here. And exhale. We'll plant through that right foot here. We'll drop that left knee down. Coming on to that left foot here. We're in a low lunge. Taking a moment to find your foundation, bringing that right knee over that right ankle. And come onto the fingertips, look forward, chest forward. And then we'll exhale, release. Whenever you're ready, we'll bring the hands up high. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more breath here. And exhale, we'll release. Now, if you brought your blocks with you today, you might bring them on each side of your right foot here. We're going to do a little back and forth. So we'll start first by inhaling, looking forward, bringing our chest forward, just like we did earlier. And exhale, we're going to come on to that right heel here, flexing the right toes towards the face. We'll round the spine here, feeling that stretch in the hamstring. And on your inhale, we'll roll through that foot. Look forward, chest forward. And exhale, we'll come onto the heel. One more time here. And then we'll release that. We'll set the blocks aside. We'll inhale in, look forward one last time. And exhale, we'll plant through the palms. We'll take that right knee back. And we're just going to slowly roll onto the belly here. Bring the forehead to the mat, the arms or the hands down by the ribs here. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale. Baby cobra, bringing those shoulders down and back, nice and long through the spine. As we exhale, release. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, come to all fours or plank. And bring it into downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to walk it out. And whenever you're ready, we'll plant through that right foot. As we inhale, lift that left leg up high. Bring the toes straight down here. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale in. Exhale, we'll bring that left knee up and in here. Hug those lower ribs in. Take one more breath here. Let something out. And then we'll bring that left foot up. Plant through that left foot. Lower that right knee. And here we are. Low lunge on the other side. We'll inhale. Open through the chest. Look forward. And exhale, release. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the hands up high. Exhale. One more breath here. And then we'll release. And again, you might bring your blocks here. You might not. Your choice. We'll inhale, open up through the chest, look forward. And exhale, we'll come on to that left heel here, flexing the left toes towards the face. And here's our back and forth on the other side. Inhale, roll through the foot, look forward. And exhale, come onto the heel, round through the spine. One more time here. And then we'll release. We'll plant through the palms, bringing that left knee back. And again, we're just going to roll onto our belly here. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale in, we'll come into all fours or plank. Taking one more breath here. And exhale, we'll find our downward facing dog. Walking it out here just for a minute. And then we'll come onto our knees, roll back onto our belly here. You might need to adjust yourself a little bit here. We're going to bring one palm over the other here, creating almost a little triangle with the thumbs, making a little pillow for our head here. Rest your forehead down. And you might toss the hips a little side to side here. Notice how that feels. And then we'll come to stillness. Taking one nice, deep, smooth breath. And whenever you're ready, we're going to bring the right knee up here. And depending on your flexibility, you might be able to bring it to a 90-degree angle, or it might only come up halfway, and that's okay too. We'll come on to the left ear here, looking to the right side. Taking a couple breaths here, noticing how this feels. And we'll extend that right arm here, coming onto the right fingertips. We'll lift up, and we're going to slide that left arm through here, coming into a thread the needle variation. So we've got a twist going on here. Maybe take a moment to look up towards the sky. Taking one more breath here. And then we're going to bend that left arm here. We're going to use the left arm as a pillow. As we look towards the back edge of our mat, we're going to lift that left foot up, bending at the knee. And you might grab that left foot here. If this is too much for you, you might come onto that left elbow here, giving yourself a little more space to grab that left foot. Taking one more breath. And then we'll release. We'll come back to that original posture here with the right knee out. Taking one breath. And then we'll release that left leg back. And we'll do the same little thing on the other side. So whenever you're ready, we'll lift that left knee up. Noticing how this feels. Whenever you're ready, we'll bring the left fingertips out here. Lift up and slide that right arm through, coming into our thread the needle variation. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then we'll come on to that right elbow here, or we might bend at the elbow and use the right arm as a pillow. We'll bend at that right knee here, bringing the right foot up. And maybe you capture that right foot here, opening up through the chest. One more breath. And then we'll release. We'll bring it back. Coming into that left knee out. And then we'll release it. Taking a moment here to notice how your body feels right now. And whenever you're ready, we're just going to scooch to the left side here. Preparing for roly-poly here. So we're just going to roll over to our backs. Super complicated, I know. Taking a moment to center yourself on the mat here once again. We're now on our backs. We're going to come onto the feet here. We'll bring the hands together. We're going to find a steeple grip here. So we'll bring those index fingers out. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come into a bridge. But as we come into our bridge, we'll also lift our arms up and over the head. So whenever you're ready, we'll inhale in. We'll lift the hips and the arms until we come into a full bridge with the arms up and over the head. Take one breath here. Inhale in, and exhale, we'll slowly bring it back. Now we're going to move at a little bit faster pace here. So we'll inhale, lift the hips and the arms, bring it all the way up and over. And exhale, bring it all the way down. 2 more rounds here. Working those abs today here. And whenever you are there, let's release. We'll bring the knees up into the chest, give them a little hug here, rocking a little side to side. And whenever you're ready, we're going to bring the shins parallel to the ceiling here. Find that place where your lower back is flat against the mat here, finding that balance. And whenever you're ready, we'll interlace the fingertips. We'll bring them behind the head here. Maybe you need to crawl the shoulder blades down a little bit. And notice how this feels. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale in. Exhale, we'll touch the right toes to the yoga mat. And inhale, bring it back. And exhale, we'll take the left toes to the yoga mat. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, right toes. And then left. Inhale in, right toes. And exhale, left toes. We're going to go back and forth here. Notice how this feels. Your lower abs should be engaged here. Stick with me. This is our last bit of abs today. And then if you want a little more heat, you might lift the neck here. Lift the head and shoulders here. And you might pick up the pace. Taking 10 more seconds here. Whenever you're ready, we'll release. Hugging those knees into the chest. One more time. Noticing how that felt. We'll bring the feet to the mat. We're just going to windshield wiper the knees a little side to side. And as we keep doing this, you'll notice your feet sliding down and then eventually making their way to the end of the mat here. And that is it. That is day 2 wrapped up here. Taking a moment to find a resting posture. That might be Sukhasana here. Our corpse. That might be laying out long here, finding our corpse pose, or you might find a comfortable seated posture. Take 2 nice, deep, smooth breaths here. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Whenever you're ready, we'll slowly make our way to a seat if you're not already there. I want to say thank you for joining me in this practice, this morning energy practice. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into some deep stretch and some release. I hope you have enjoyed this so far. Leave me comments down below. Let me know what you thought. And whenever you're ready, we'll bring the hands to the heart. The light in me honors the beautiful light in you. I just want to say, you got this, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Namaste.